Yamaha Champion School, those guys have been helping me out at first, and then I worked for them for a while, and I think I started working with them back in 2014.
All right, so the idea is to run less lean angle, right? So we get down in the corner in the middle of the seat, we drop our head, we stand the bike up underneath us. Everybody see that?
I've been able to learn and grow with those guys, Nick, Chris, Keith, all the whole crew, staff that is behind that. There's actually a pretty big group of people, so it's cool to be able to work with those guys and develop my techniques as a rider, and for me to get results, with a lot of the techniques that we've developed is pretty important, So it's good to be able to kind of put it to the test out here where everything really counts, and be able to really work on the same things that we teach at the school, different level, different degree of application, but it's really all the same techniques. So I think that's something that's pretty unique about YCRS, and something that I'm proud of.
Took the risk, rose gold paddock on my wrist. If I pull up, is it lit? Beeping by the gate, I've been beeping by the gate, I've been.
All right, so we're here, Barber Motorsports Park. It's a little bit wet, but as they say, you can't schedule a rain test. So we're here, we're gonna get some rain data, and if it rains on the schedule this year, we'll be prepared.
The importance of being here at Barber, as for a preseason test for us, is it changes every year depending on what where you're at in your program. For us now, it's year 2 on the Panigale V4R, so we have basically a really well set up bike from the end of last year, and just a few parts to try to confirm whether we want to go this direction, that direction with the development of the bike. But for us, it's a good opportunity for me with a couple new crew guys to be able to get us all working together under the same tent, get us back together, and just back in the swing of things, and in a more relaxed environment where not every lap counts as much. Confidence, it just comes from being prepared physically, being prepared mentally, mostly, more than anything, really. For me, going 4 months off the bike before, just shaking it down and coming out here, and I think we ended up 3rd today. So that's obviously just feeling like I didn't miss a beat, because I just think about it so much, and I just, I'm ready to go. So kind of knowing what bike I have underneath me is a big help, going into a new season. So it just feels good having something that's a known quantity, around me.
All right, so it's day 2, Barber test. Conditions aren't what we expected, and we had a pretty good day yesterday. P3 overall, actually in all 3 sessions, wet, drying, and full dry. So, I think we're gonna call it a day here and get down to Daytona, because time's ticking, and we got to get down there, get rested, get relaxed, and focused for the Daytona 200.
Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus.
The CDC tonight says Europe is the new epicenter of the epidemic.
World Health Organization says the coronavirus has now spread to nearly 100 countries and territories.
Major hubs in Asia.
So I'm in my trailer. I'm watching live timing for the first Daytona 200 practice. Traveling from Barber to Daytona. While we were at the airport, I started getting really bad flu symptoms, and the timing on this is obviously not the best. So woke up Thursday morning, setup day here in Daytona, and the Speedway mandated that I go get tested at the hospital for coronavirus. And fortunately I tested negative for coronavirus, but I tested positive for the common flu. So I'm sweating bullets right now, and just hoping that I can at least get, you know, a decent qualifying lap maybe this afternoon, so that I can grit up tomorrow and still give this thing a shot. All right, so infield medical, just gonna get some fluids, and I'm actually feeling a lot better. Temperatures come down quite a bit, so might try to shoot out for the 10:50 session if I can, if I feel okay, just to get a look at the track and make sure the bike's good, and just go from there.
This is like, we're not allowed to have a pressurized dump can on the race bike, but you can have a pressurized IV and just push that shit into me.
So just finished my second session, second session, and got up to P2, 149.33, which is almost my fastest lap around here. So bike's feeling really good, and doing that on the race tire. So pretty stoked. We were thinking about skipping the last session, but we're gonna go out there and try to put it on pole. So I feel pretty good. We're just I'm just trying to get some relaxation for a couple hours until last run for pole, and try to get some sleep tonight, get ready for the race tomorrow.
Kyle, what'd you do?
What's going on? I guess we'll find out. I don't know what's going on. I kind of have an idea though. We're doing a riders meeting. Everybody's mandatory to come here and find out what's going on tomorrow.
We should be over here.
Yeah, you gonna get some?
All right, everybody just be quiet for a second. I got a statement to read to you, and I'm going to answer a few questions ahead of time, and then we're going to talk about what's going to happen the rest of the weekend. Well, actually, the statement will describe that. American Flat Track has postponed this weekend's race events at the Daytona International Speedway, which includes Saturday's Daytona 200 presented by Komodo and the Daytona TT, period. The Daytona 200 will be held as part of Biketoberfest in October as well, and the Daytona TT will be rescheduled on a future date. We believe this decision is in the best interest of the safety and well-being of our fans, competitors, officials, and everyone associated with the sport. We will continue to monitor this dynamic situation as we assess future race events. All right, I'm going to answer a few questions ahead of time. You got a question?
Hey, rule book says half purse based on qualifying positions.
Beg your pardon?
The rule book says you pay half purse based on qualifying.
If the race does not go, we're going to have to work that out with Kevin. I was waiting for
We're just pushing that.
What's that? Yeah, everything's being pushed to October. So it's not, the race isn't canceled, it's pushed to October. Correct, no purse money distributed. Everything's going to push.
To be fair, there's not a lot they can do about anything.
Case by case basis, you're going to have to contact CCS for that. We apologize, this is out of our hands. It's out of our control.
It's not our fault.
Yeah, it's always not.
I can't speak for that. Any other questions? The yellow cross calls tonight at the standard.
I don't give it. I'll stay and go whenever. You know, it doesn't bother me.
Why did they even let us get to this point? Why?
It happened today.
Because of the state of emergency.
Today.
There's nothing we can do.
Tried. You're going to get it.
It is kind of, it is out there, out. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than this.
I mean, let's just go to the rental house, relax, enjoy ourselves.
Chill out.
That's what it is.
We got till noon tomorrow to be out in the garage.
Might as well just clear up, tidy up, pack up, and get out of here tonight.
Yeah.
It's only 4.
Yeah, I mean, the trailer's going to be stuck in Reiner owner until everybody else starts leaving, right? Like, we're not going to be able to get out.
Well, that's going to be really hard because we're so long and then put it back out there for Monday.
NASCAR does it, everybody's got to do.
With all the clusters on it. So, yeah, I don't know.
If we pack everything to a degree.
So it's ready to go in the trailer.
Yeah, so it's ready to literally lift in the trailer and go, and then you can get it in there whenever you can.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, we'll get it in and get it done.
Disney doesn't close till Sunday.
It's the bright side.
How can that be open? How can Disney?
Well, they're closing Sunday for 2 weeks, but they're open tomorrow.
We'll be the only people there.
Priorities.
Straight to the front of the line.
99% of the people here are underage.
This is so sad. I feel so terrible for everyone.
Let's go home.
Sunday for 2 weeks, but it's open tomorrow.
Obviously, this is a national emergency and it's a big deal. How do you think it affects your program, knowing that Sporty Events will be shut down for a little bit of time, Cody got rescheduled? How does this affect your program, knowing that we don't know next week if Brian, we assume that's going to be Atlanta, but we don't know for sure until it happens?
Yeah, so obviously it's a big problem around the world, and you know, everybody's got their own views on it. I personally think that it hasn't been taken as serious as it needs to be taken. And you know, now we have a national emergency, and that's going to affect a lot of things. That's why we're already here, and they've canceled it while we're already here. We've already run qualifying, so. So obviously there's a lot of things that can happen, but we're going to play it by ear, day by day, see what comes through on the news and see what happens with our series and everything moving forward. But obviously we've all got to take a step back and give ourselves the time that we need to make the right decisions for not only our health, but the health of everyone else around us in our whole country, around in the whole world. So this is where we're at. I can't wait to race my motorcycle, and for now we'll just have to wait and see.
Great, thank you.
Okay.